You are thinking about moving to Albany, California. Here are 7 things you should know about. I'm Katie. I've lived in the East Bay for over 10 years, and I'm here today with...
I'm Jason. I'm a local lender, and I've been in the area over a decade.
So I live closer to Oakland, Emeryville, Berkeley. Jason, over the past decade, you've lived in various parts of the East Bay, Albany for a long time. So he's here to give us some more insights, local insights about Albany. We're gonna start with number 1, which is a lot of folks move to Albany because of the school district and its highly rated schools. There's only 1 middle school and high school, and those are both ranked, according to greatschools.org, 9 out of 10. The 3 elementary schools, Ocean View,
Marin and Cornell
are all ranked 8 out of 10. And Jason's daughter attended Ocean View. What are some secrets about that school, or just things you'd like to share about that school?
Diversity. One thing I love about Ocean View is it's super diverse. It's bringing kids from the University Village, which there's a lot of people that are coming from the graduate program at UC Berkeley, living it, and you have people from all over the world. She made friends from kids from Africa all the way down to Australia. It was pretty awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
very cool. And you designed the logo for the current...
It's my claim to fame. So
right.
Yeah, we're the Go Otters. Yeah, I designed both. There was 2 logos. There was one just for the adults.
So the system for placing students in the elementary schools is based on a lottery, but you are given preference based on the neighborhood you live in. However, if you aren't placed in your neighborhood school, one positive thing, and this is number 2 for a fact about Albany, it's only 1 square mile. So those elementary schools are accessible even if you aren't placed in your designated neighborhood school.
The thing that's interesting about Albany is there's no school buses because of that 1 square mile designation. So essentially, you're either walking, riding your bike, or driving your kid to school, and it's all within a very short distance of where you're living.
Okay, so yeah, Albany has a walk score of 89, the entire city of Albany.
Pretty high.
Yes. Number 3, there are a lot of landmark bars in Albany. Considering its size, you can have I guess you could bar hop here, huh?
Totally.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of the 1 square mile.
Yes.
There's a lot of great spots to check out. The Ivy Room, of course, like I said, is a great place to drink as well. A brewery right on San Pablo, you could walk to that one or stumble to that one. Juanita and Maud also has a beautiful bar. It's a little more fancy restaurant. We'll talk about that. And there's some great old time cocktail making happening in places around here too. So if you're into cocktails, this is a good spot.
All right, speaking of cocktails, number 4,
Number 4.
There is a great eating scene in Albany. A lot of the restaurants, well, all of the restaurants are pretty much concentrated on Solano Avenue and San Pablo Avenue. And because Albany borders Berkeley, along Solano Avenue, right, there's also a lot of great restaurants you could reach easily that are in Berkeley, technically in Berkeley.
Yeah.
So there's Little Star Pizza, which originated in San Francisco. They now have the Star Pizza in Oakland. That speaks to its pizza quality, is how it's...
That's a staple around here. People really enjoy that place.
Yeah.
And 5-star tacos and beer just opened up a really nice spot right next door. There's a really beautiful high-end restaurant, Juanita and Maud. I referenced that. Good cocktails as well there, good wine list.
Yeah, where'd you get your sushi, you said? Sagata?
Oh, Sagata. There's a great spot, old school Sagata, right at the corner of San Pablo and Solano. It's really top quality sushi and Japanese food.
When you have surrounding cities like Berkeley at a median home price of over 1.5 million, Oakland already at a median price above $950,000, thinking about the cost of private school, money you won't get back, and the equity you could have had over those last 15 years, it's a smart choice to find a home in a great school district. So another consideration in Albany is the transfer tax, the city transfer tax. of the cities in Alameda County that require city transfer tax when there is a home purchase, Albany's rate is relatively lower. It's $11.50 per $1,000. Again, that's split between the buyer and the seller. So on $1 million property, that $11,500 would be split between the buyer and the seller, and part of your closing costs as a buyer.
And it should be. It's only fair.
Yes, because buyers are taking on a lot more costs with
Facts.
some of the city ordinances that are required. All right, number 6.
Yeah, number 6. Very important if you have kids.
There are tons of, well, there's a lot of free entertainment in the form of outdoor spaces. There are a lot of parks and recreational centers. So Albany Bulb is one of those I've mentioned in another video.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Albany Bulb is a place where you can go. It's right on the water. You get a huge view of San Francisco and Marin. There is amazing installations of artwork there that are kind of made out of found objects. I mean, there's some really amazing things to see and just crazy places to go and explore all in and around that place. Not to mention that in the late months of summer, blackberries proliferate there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's a good place to go and get your hands all bloodied while you're picking berries. And it's also a beautiful place to just sit and hang out. The kids don't like to do that. And there's a little beach where people take their dogs, and people actually go in the water there, but because of the latter, I don't do the former. And also great parks.
Yeah.
Memorial Park is amazing.
Don't they have like a special summer
Yeah,
event?
they do a camps there.
Oh,
they do music. They do music there, I think it's every Tuesday or Wednesday.
But only during the summers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later in the summer when it gets warm.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Good, like old-timey vibe there. It's like kind of the center of town in a way.
Yeah.
And a lot of great places to play sports, baseball and soccer. Memorial Park and also Ocean View Park is a good spot.
Over that way, if you knew where we were right now.
There's Jules Terrace, which is like a smaller park, but cute, great playgrounds. There's a bunch of these places all have playgrounds for the little ones.
And number 7, Albany, because it is a city, it has its own police and fire department, and they are responsive. They will follow up on even though crime rates, and I encourage you to do your own due diligence when it comes to crime in whatever city you decide to move to. Albany is known as a relatively
Pretty low.
safe city, or one of the safer cities in the East Bay and probably in California.
I think that has a lot to do with the fact that there are police on the job all the time. They're always driving around. It's local. It's 1 square mile. It's easy to patrol a place that's 1 square mile. So that's another benefit of living here for sure.
So they actually follow up on property crime, and they don't require that you file.
And you get to know the police there. They're always around.
All right, so that was the 7 things newcomers don't know about Albany, California. If you are moving to the East Bay from San Francisco or another part of the United States, feel free to reach out. My contact information is below. Same with Jason. If this is your first time watching my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. I have new videos coming out every week.